Hello Glenn Grounds, Aldrin Guerrero, and welcome to another month's lesson. This month we're teaching you my version of the Super Mario Brothers theme by Koji Kondo. So this version I wrote all the way back in high school, but it is the same version that I've done on YouTube, and it's the same version that we play live on stage. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be breaking it down for you in 4 different parts for the main theme, and I'm going to give you an intro and an outro as well, okay? At the end, I'm going to give you some goodies that you can throw in there too. So, we're going to start this off with the intro, and the intro sounds like this. So nice and iconic, right? So we're going to form our D7 chord here. Pointer finger is going to be barring the 5th fret, middle finger on the C string, 6th fret, ring finger A string, 7th fret. And then we're going to strum. So down, up, up. And then pinky finger over here is going to sneak up on the E string 8th fret. And we're going to play that with our pointer finger with the chord. So it goes like this. And then we're going to do another up strum, but then let go of that pinky finger. And then end on a G chord, pointer finger barring the 7th fret, ring finger A string, 10th fret. And we're going to bridge to the next part with an E string 3rd fret. So it sounds like. And to add a little bit of an effect, I do little mini bends on that E string 3rd. All right, so now that we know the intro, let's work on the parts of the main theme. We're going to break it down into 4 parts, and this is part 1, which sounds like this. All right, so let's break it down bar per bar. The first bar sounds like. So we're going to create here our C chord, pointer finger on the E and A strings on the 3rd fret, middle finger C string, 4th fret, ring finger G string, 5th fret. And I'm going to play C and A strings, then E and C strings, then open C and E strings. So it sounds like this. And it gives a better, better tone to it if you stop the strings from ringing out and let that last one ring. So you got some nice contrast between the first 2 notes and the last note, okay? So from there, you're going to play an F chord, middle finger G string, 2nd fret, pointer finger E string, 1st fret. Play the G and E strings. Play it again and then slide up to the 3rd fret. So pointer finger goes on the E string 3rd fret and your middle finger will go on the G string 4th fret. And then go down in chromatic back to the F. So it sounds like this. So far we have. And that's the first bar. So here's bar number 2, or I want to call it 1B. So this would be 1A. And bar B sounds like. Okay, so you're going to start this off with your pointer finger, C string, 7th fret, middle finger, E string, 8th fret. So play those 2 notes, C and E strings. Pointer finger then goes down to the A string 7th fret. Keep your middle finger there on the E string 8th. So scooch those 2 up so that your middle finger is on the E string 12th fret. Pointer finger A string 10th fret. So it goes like this. Up so that your middle finger is on the E string 13, A string 12. So it sounds like. From there, you're going to go down to the E string 10, A string 8. Move up 2 frets to the E string 12, A string 10. Go down to the E string 8, A string 7. So far we have. And then simply play E string, A string, E string, while still holding those two notes. So it goes like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to repeat section A. So, and back to the B. So that's part one. You're just kind of taking those two sections and you're repeating them over again. So it sounds like. All right, so now let's move on to part two. Part two sounds like this. All right, so for this part, you're going to notice that there's, again, repeating parts that we're doing. So we're going to learn enough parts and we're going to be repeating them again. So the first bar will start you off with your pointer finger, C string 2nd fret, and you're going to play that note, slide it over to the 7th fret. So that's going to kind of imitate Mario jumping. So all that stuff is kind of built into to the arrangement. Ring finger on the A string 10th fret. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using my thumb and middle finger, and I'm going to be kind of picking that way. Because you need precise notes. You can't be doing pull-offs or hammer-ons in this part. You want them to be nice and articulated. So what I'm going to do is use that technique. Starting from that slide, A string 10th fret, 9th fret. That's with my middle finger. Pointer finger on the A string 8th fret. Ring finger E string 10th fret. Pointer finger A string 7th fret. So it sounds like this. Pointer finger goes up to the C string 7th fret and play that note, hammer on with your ring finger to the 9th fret. Pointer finger goes on the E string 8th fret. Middle finger C string 9th fret. E string 8th fret. Then E string 10th fret. So you have. Okay, now we're going to play the C string 7th fret for the next bar. And the next bar sounds like this. So nice and short. So C string 7th fret. Then kind of the same line again. A string 10, 9, 8. E string 10, A string 7. And we're going to be doing some parallel octaves over here. So C string 12 and A string 15. So pop it out. So 3 times. All right, so far the 2 bars that we have sounds like. Okay, now what we're going to do is repeat bar A once again. And then from there, we're going to play pointer finger C string 7th fret. Then these 2 fingers right here, middle and ring finger, will go up to the C string 10th fret, ring finger E string 11th fret. And then we're going to move it down a half step so that you're on C string 9th fret, E string 10th fret. Move it down a whole step so that you're on C string 7th fret, E string 8th fret. All right, so bars A and C sounds like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do A, then B, then A, then C, which will sound like. Now we're going to repeat the whole thing again. A, B, A, C. All right, so far we have 2 out of 4 parts to Super Mario Brothers theme. Now let's move on to part 3. Part 3 is going to sound like this. So nice and simple. Let's take this bar for bar once again. So the first bar sounds like. All right, so you're gonna start this off with your G sharp chord, pointer finger C string, 3rd fret, ring finger E string, 4th fret, middle finger A string, 3rd fret, and you're gonna strum up. So down, up, up, and then follow it up with an up, down. But then this time on the down, take your pinky finger, place it on the 5th fret. So it sounds like. And then pinky finger goes in the A string, 7th fret, let that chord go. And we're gonna play all the way down. I'm gonna use my thumb to kind of strum down on this. So it sounds like. Next, pointer finger goes on the A string, 3rd fret, and you're gonna pull off from the 7th fret. And then play an open A string, then E string 3rd. So it sounds like this. Okay, so now for the next bar, you're gonna start that thing off the same way. And then you're gonna actually end here on the A string, 7th fret. And then give it that nice little parallel octaves on the 12 and 15 again. So it sounds like. One more time. So those two parts together sounds like. And then repeat that first bar once again. And then add your intro. So now let's take a look at part 3 as a whole, which sounds like this. Okay, so now let's do the last part of the main theme, which sounds like this. So bar for bar. The first bar starts you off with your A string, 7th fret, pointer finger, middle finger E string, 8th fret, pointer finger once again on the C string, 7th fret. So it sounds like this. Play that 7th fret once again. Middle finger goes on the 8th fret and then to the 9th fret. So it sounds like. Pointer finger A string, 8th fret. So it sounds like. Then play that 8th fret once again. Then play the C string, 9th fret again. So it sounds like. So that's the first bar. So bar B sounds like. Which starts you off on the C string, 9th fret, pointer finger. Then ring finger A string, 12th fret. One more time. And then one more time. And to the 10th fret. 8th fret. 7th fret. E string, 8th fret. Ring finger C string, 9th fret. Then down to the 7th fret. So it sounds like. Right, so far we have. And if you want to get a little bit fancy, when you do that, you can always slide from the 7th fret to the 9th fret to give it a little bit more fanciness. Okay, if you want to do that. Next, you're going to repeat the first bar. Keep your pointer and middle finger there. Pointer finger on the A string, 8th fret. Middle finger C string, 9th fret, and we're going to start the new bar. So this is bar C. So you're going to play C, A, and then play A and C together. And then you're going to move down, middle finger on the C string 7th fret, ring finger this time on the A string 7th fret also. So it goes like this. And then go down to the 5th fret, both those fingers on the 5th fret. Play those 2 notes, and play those 2 notes again, and you're going to slide up and down on the 5 and 6. Like this. So it sounds like. And then end on the C string 4th fret, A string 3rd fret. So that bar sounds like this. Now with the other parts, it sounds like. So just like with this part right here, if you want to get fancy, you can always slide it over, okay? So it sounds like. Now repeat the first bar once again. Second bar. First bar. And then this is going to be part 4D. Which is like the same thing, except you're not doing that fancy slide from 5 to 6. So let's take a look at that. C string 9th fret, A string 8th fret. And then to the 7th fret, and to the 5th fret, and then to the 3rd and 4th fret. So it sounds like. Okay, that ends the phrase. So all of part 4 sounds like this. So in the song, that leads you back to part 3, which is. To the intro. And that pretty much ends the song. So I have an outro for you, which is basically when you cross over to the flagpole and you get into that first tiny little castle, it sounds like. You can tap on your uke for some cannon. Like this, or boop, 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 if you want to do that. Okay, so you're going to start this off with your C string 7th fret, then to your 9th fret, and E string 7th fret, 8th fret, 10th fret, A string 7th fret, and 10th fret. So you can think of this as 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 10. So you're pretty much going to be in this 4 fret range. So, once you reach that A string 10, go back to A string 7. So I'm using that same technique of thumb and middle finger that I mentioned earlier. It just gives me a better articulation for those notes. And we're going to do that same exact thing, but a half step up. So 1 fret up. We're going to be instead on 8 and 10, then 8, 9, 11, and 8, 11. So it sounds like this. All right, so next you move up 2 frets to the C string 10th fret, 12th fret, E string 10th fret, 11th fret, 13th fret, A string 10th fret, and 13th fret. This time don't go down to the 10th fret, so it sounds like. and then play that note 3 more times, and then end on that A string 15th fret. And then from there, just tap on your strings down here for the nice canon effects. Okay, so there's another outro that I want to show you, and that's when you, when you fall down or when you hit something, when you hit an enemy, and it sounds like this. A nice and befitting tune for that. So you can start it off with your C chord once again, C and A strings, then E and C strings, then open E and C strings, pointer finger bar the 5th fret, middle 2 strings, pinky finger on the E string 7th fret, C and E strings once again, and then middle 2 strings 5th fret. So it sounds like this. Then pointer and middle finger on the E string 4th fret, C string 5th fret. Those 2 notes. Pinky finger once again, E string 6th fret. And then release, so it sounds like. This time pointer finger goes on the C string 2nd fret, middle finger E string 3rd fret, ring finger C string 4th fret. Play those 2 middle notes once again. And you're gonna pull off and then hammer back on with your ring finger. So it sounds like this. So it sounds like. All right, so I have one last easy trick for you folks to play during Super Mario Brothers theme, and that is the coin noises, and it sounds like this. All right, nice and simple. All you're doing is you're taking your ring finger and you're actually doing harmonics on the 7th fret. So it's a little bit difficult, but you want to take your ring finger and place it as close as you can to the fret wire in front. So not the one in the back, but the one in the front for your 7th fret. So I almost have my ring finger right on top of that fret wire. So when I play it with my thumb and the A string with my middle finger, that gives me the coin noises. So it's a nice little harmonics on the 7th fret. So, for example, during the parts, you can kind of sneak that in there. Okay, so if you're fast enough, you can sneak that in there. If not, you can just kind of tell your friends, hey, I can do the coin noises to Super Mario Brothers. Listen. It works by itself. Okay, so pretty much this is the entire Super Mario Brothers overworld theme, and this is my arrangement of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. This is originally done by Koji Kondo. Please check out the play along and play along. This is Aldrin Guerrero for ukuleleunderground.com, signing off. Aloha. Whew, whew. I had never thought it was possible, but Aaron believed in me.